the Clogher community and the Clogher community coming together to create this hub. So we're very blessed to be here today, and it's a great occasion for all. Want to extend a very warm welcome to our deputies, to our elected members, Reverend Fathers, our representatives from South Mayo, DRCD, from Clogher, DSP, the local community, our volunteers, helpers and landholders. It's a great occasion to be here, and you're all very welcome. So the Clogher Walking Hub consists of 3 walks: the Clogher Walk, the Clogher Bog Loop Walk, and the Newtown Forest Trail. And these are varying in distances from 3k, 6.5k to 9k. So there's something there for families and people to enjoy. And it's a great occasion to be here today to open this. The walks showcase these communities, the unique heritage and landscapes, and it really has been brilliant for these communities to come together and work on such worthwhile projects. It really was a multi-agency initiative, really, coming together, and thanks to all the professionalism and help of everyone that's here today, that we are here today to open this walk. Projects like these are so important for communities. It allows communities to celebrate their heritage, their uniqueness and their history. It promotes social inclusion, but also creates a viable recreational resource within the community. But further to this, it does act as a catalyst for further development. And in a time when post-COVID, rural communities really have been struggling, projects like these lead to rural viability and rural sustainability. This project, as I said, wouldn't be here today but for the help of the community and these organisations. So I'd like to just thank, number one, I'd like to thank Martin Delane and his department, Sabina, Magella and Martin, for his vision to seeing what Clogher had to offer and working with us over the past 2 years to get this across. To our elected members, in a time when communities really were struggling post-COVID, we weren't able to get these projects going. Your kind help and support and contributions really helped our communities. So personal thank you to you. To the Department of Rural and Community Development, Patricia, I'd be bending your ear all the time for help. Thank you so much for your support. To Clogher and my own Department of Social Protection, the rural communities, and to everyone, it is really, when communities come together, you can achieve great things, and it's great to be here today. Listen, I'm going to pass you on to Martin, who's going to talk to you a little bit about the project. So, Martin Delane.
Excuse me. Thank you, Tom. I had a long bit of paperwork written out but Tom has covered it, fair play to me, so I have very little to do, but I'll just have a quick look at it and maybe check it over if that's okay. So when Tom did ask me to say a few words, I availed of the opportunity, but I suppose the main reason was I work as a rural recreation officer, and we go all around Mayo. I work for South West Mayo Development Company, and I suppose it's a privilege to work with communities, and we had 2 great communities here, and that's the Clogher guys, Mary Fitz, Tom Burke and Sean Nochlin, and then on the Clogher side in particular we had Martin Larkin and of course Tom, who is the C supervisor here in Clogher. So it was a great pleasure and a great honour to work with them, and it wasn't all work. There was lots of buns and pies and cakes and all that thrown in there, so I really enjoyed my time here, and it was a pleasure to work with them. Talking about the C scheme that Tom has here and South West Mayo Development Company's who's an RSS schemes, in particular Frank McNeela, and we have his 3 lads, JJ Judd and Tommy Lyons, who do great work, and Martin Moran, who's down there directing today on the two scheme. So thanks to Frank McNeela, he's great to throw men to me anytime I need, or Tom is the same. And that's the methodology where trails are maintained across the county. It comes down to that, getting them lads out and gals out and doing their work and strimming and cutting briars and all that types of stuff. So special thank you to all the schemes. And I suppose my own CEO, Sabina Trench, much thanks to her. And she has great vision and is pushing the company on. And I suppose a special thank you to Magella McCrone. She'll kill me, but she's my great work colleague, and we implement that program, that rural recreation and walks program in the company. So thank you, Magella, for all your work for many, many years together. So Tom alluded to it, the rural development side of things and trying to create sustainability in rural areas and how important that is. So I suppose the initial thinking to some degree, and it's 3.5 years ago, the disaster of COVID struck and everything is, made it difficult and slowed up everything. But today is a happy day, and as you see later on, it's quite a poignant day. But it is a happy day and it's a great celebration. We now have 3 lovely loops here starting at the Heritage Centre in Clogher, and hopefully that will help to increase footfall in the area and help maintain the wonderful Heritage Centre that we have here. And we were to do the shortest loop of the 3 today. I'm not sure whether we'll do that or not, and that was the Newtown Forest Loop. And that walk in particular wouldn't have been possible only for great cooperation from Darren Reynolds here in Clogher. Clogher's policy at the moment and hopefully into the future is open forest policy, and they are fantastic, and I really have to say thank you to them. Thank you, as Tom says, to the DRCD, all the elected politicians, all the elected members. Mayo are to the front of walks and recreation, and it's thanks to those elected representatives that are constantly pushing that at whether it be a national level, whether it be at a local level. So much thanks to them. And just going back to the very beginning again, the community had a great time with you, and look forward to doing more in the future. So thanks very much.
So folks, we did have a few apologies from a number of politicians that couldn't be here today. So it's not a great day. A lot of people had different things for one reason or another they couldn't be here. So listen, we have 2 community members that are going, Mary Fitz and Martin Larkin. We're going to talk to you a little bit about the communities and just about the project. So Martin Larkin and Mary Fitzgerald.
Thanks. Thanks very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Deputy Councillor, Father Farraher, Church over here. And I don't want to go through any more. I leave out so many names. But you're all very welcome here to Clogher for this special day. And those walks have been on the go for quite a while, on and off. But Martin's input and Southwest, they have made a lot of efforts here, and they have helped us so much. And I suppose it all goes down to, there's a good committee here in Clogher itself, and that's very important. And I'd like to thank everyone for their help, the neighbours for their help, the farmers for all that they have given. And all of this is very important, that we get cooperation. We also are very happy to have this here as the main point, and it's a good place to start from, between the cottage, the forge, and all that goes with it. Rural and community development, there's a lot talked about, but really without the help of our elected representatives, without the help of the council, without the help of the other agencies involved, such as the Southwest March and all of those, and great thanks to Culture for making it so easy, because we'll go on that walk anyway, some of us, and we'll sure it's not too far. Without their help and cooperation and every other one around, we couldn't go through with this. But without the help of the agencies, I cannot see how rural communities would continue and can continue to develop, because it takes funding, it takes a lot of effort, and I don't want to sound as if I'm going with the big and bold, but that's the way it works. We have to go and look for those monies all of the time. We have to, and we do appreciate it, and we are thankful for the help we get. And we can run raffles, run everything else, but to make up sometimes to make up the difference of grants that you get, and that it can be difficult enough, and then you have insurances and a whole lot more of things that have got to be taken care of. And I'm not going to go into it all here because it's a bit of a rant, and I have to be careful of not getting into that. But and we talk about sustainability of communities, and we are 15 minutes from Castlebar here, and it's an ideal place. Like our school over the road is top class, you know, and we're very proud of it. We have got facilities there for after school and that. And it's important that we highlight that and that we make the place proper and right for our younger generations to want to stay here and live here, you know? And that's what this is all about to me. Now, those walks have been going on for many years. They started off way back. I remember Charlie Lambert was the initiated them with the VECs at the time, and Mary McDonough, Agnes, Ronnie, all of those became very involved at the time, and I'm going back quite a while. And it developed from that, really, you know, people coming here on a Tuesday evening. Every Tuesday evening from May until, I think, went on to the 1st of September this year, we had walks organised from here, and we got a great following, you know, and we had up to 20 people and 25 some nights, 15 some evenings. And that's to get people out and walking, but it's also to create community and to create people, you know, people around to believe in their community and to realise what's there, because unfortunately we often don't realise what's in the community. We don't realise what's there. You know, Michael here does a lot of hard work in helping out, talking to people, bringing them for walks, going through the flora and fauna, and some people love that, you know, and some people would say that down here, the bogs, which it's a place, you know, it's a lovely place for reflection, mindfulness, all of that goes with it. So that's what this is about, and you know, it's to create our own place. It's to have a place of our own that we're proud of, you know, and I hope that it continues. And again, just to thank you all. I could go on this, but it's not. Now, when this is over, I will be going for the walk. Anybody who wishes to join, I know Tom will as well. So you're all very welcome, and thanks for being here.
Is Mary there to say a few words?
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
There's very little for me to say because it has all been said, but I would like to reiterate a few points. And to start, I'd like to congratulate the Clogher Environmental Group on the launch of the Clogher Walks today. It's a great day for Clogher and the surrounding area. When you consider that 3 loop walks have been created and merged to create such a fantastic amenity in the surrounding area. It happened over a number of months, leading into probably a year or two, mainly because there was 2 or 3 factors that really wasn't working together. One of these being cooperation. There was great cooperation between Clogher, Newtown and Clogher, and we should be very proud of that. The second factor was funding. You won't get much done, no matter how small, without funding. And this came about through the generosity of our local councillors and politicians in the area. And I think it sets an example to them that when funding is supplied and when communities are supported, that great things happen. Great things happen. Projects like this can't come to fruition without a leader, and I think we can find no better leader than Martin Delan, and I'd like to congratulate you, Martin. Martin was supported by the local Clogher CE scheme, and it proves again at leadership level how when phone calls are made and diplomatic meetings are held, again, success is in the offing. I kind of think, and everything else has been said, but it's a great day for Clogher, and congratulations.
So just before we officially launch the walks, I'm going to ask Al and Alan maybe to say a few words. Would that be okay?
Thanks very much, Tom, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here, even though the elements are against us. I'll be very brief, just to reiterate the thanks for Southwest Mayo Development for all their work, Nigella and Martin. I think they do a tremendous service to this area, and certainly they've delivered some fantastic projects over the years. to Clogher. It certainly has been put on the map the last few years. I know, Tom, you've started the 5k runs into half marathon, so it does bring visitors into the area. We have a fantastic building here. You know, it's great to see the open fire here this morning. I'm sure the likes of Eamon Ryan wouldn't be too impressed to see it, but it warmed us up anyway, that's for sure. But today is all about the walks, which are a fantastic community, and I'm sure, as was mentioned previously, you know, COVID gave us a real, realization of what's on our doorsteps and what we should value in our communities. And I think, you know, everyone knew what was within their 5k when, you know, we couldn't go outside it. And having these types of trails, facilities, I think everyone wants that experience now. It's about, you know, getting that wellness, getting that well-being, you know, looking after yourself and having that bit of time to yourself, because life is hectic. There's a lot of pressures on a lot of families, a lot of people. And you know, getting out in the open, fresh air, you know, getting to Clogher, doing 1 or 2 of these trails a week certainly will give you that energy and you know, that sense of peace. So, you know, to the, I suppose, Clogher community, you're going from strength to strength. You know, I was over the national school there recently when they got their second green flag, and I just want to commend all the fantastic work that's been doing there. It's going from strength to strength, and we have a very vibrant community here in Clogher. Great to see the football pitch and the new facility there. You know, so there's a lot of money coming in. I think sometimes we don't appreciate what we have, but days like today are important, and we should recognise that. And I also see Sabrina here, and I want to acknowledge her too and her tremendous work. So thanks very much for the invitation, and look forward to meeting you for a cup of tea afterwards. Thanks.
I have no speech ready, but I'm delighted to be here. It's a great occasion for Clogher, and all of the thanks has been said already by Martin and Tom and others, and Alan. But I don't think we should let the day pass without acknowledging the extraordinary contribution over 20 years in terms of the preparation and the construction of this heritage centre here. I just noticed there, it was opened in July of 2004, which is 18 years ago. And a lot of the work that has gone on in this area happened prior to 2004, to the people who had the courage to develop a heritage centre here. Today is a big day because the walks and the loop has been extended. And it was never more important in terms of not just physical well-being, but mental well-being, because there are extraordinary pressures all over the place in today's world, and no more so than during COVID. And that's when places like this and walks like this were so important, because it helps to retain whatever degree of sanity that still remains in some of us. I want to apologise on behalf of a few absentees. Councillor Mike Klein is on his way to Belmullet, and Councillor Donna Shorten has a very important event on. She's finalising the final touches of makeup because she's going to a wedding today. So she would have been here otherwise, but she sends her apologies. But it's a great day, and it's a day for celebration and for congratulations, and I'm not going to mention all of the organisations associated with it. But rural Ireland is so important to us as rural inhabitants. And there are very strong forces in Dublin and elsewhere working against rural Ireland and the sustainability of it. There are people in very powerful positions that want to herd all of us into urban centres and to render rural Ireland unsustainable. That's what we're there to fight that. And we will continue to fight on behalf of the communities like Clogher, like Ballintubber, like Carnarcon, like Bofino, like all of the rural communities. And no community can survive without its people. But there are people, particularly in the planning situation, who are determined, in as far as they can, to force all of it into urban centres. And that we are not prepared to tolerate. I'm pleased that we were in a position, and I know that Alan has played his part as well, to assist you financially when you needed a few bob. And while we're there, that will continue to happen. And I just having a look at the patch up the way, and it does look to be on its last stage, and it does, I think, need replacing. So I think we can assist in as far as we can as well, provide some grant assistance for that. Keep in touch with us on that regard. So again, I just want to repeat my congratulations and thanks to everybody who has turned up today, and the best of luck for the future.
Thank you, Alan.
Finally, listen, thanks so much for everyone coming out. It's not a great day here today. But there was someone here for a long number of years that worked hard in the development in the walks, the marketing of the walks, and bringing people around and showcasing Clogher. And that was Breen Hoban. So, in memory of Breen, I'm going to ask Breen's partner Caroline today to cut the ribbon to officially launch the Clogher and Clogher walks.
Who's in with her? Who's in the picture?
One in.
One mark.
So you'll have to hold it out a bit because you'll turn this way, Carol.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay, are you? Look this way, okay, and you're covering your scissors, okay.
Mary.
I'll pull in a bit more to be tighter for you. You can pull in slightly.
Yeah, we can cut it again there. Yeah. Lovely.
Wilson.
Great.
So we can get everyone in after just for a photo of the sign there. Yeah.
Tom, are okay if anybody, is there anyone who wants to go for this walk?
Councillor, you might be again.
Thank you. Very important. We get every